Alright, car splainers, let's walk you through the controls here up front in the RAV4 Prime. This is the XSE with the premium package. We have things like memory seats for the driver. We have the power mirror controls. You select left or right. No folding mechanism here in the US. Power door locks, the child safety window switches, and then windows, they are auto up and down at all four corners. A little bit of a loud bang there. On the left side of the steering wheel, we have the control for the dimmer switch for the interior gauges and lights, the auto high beam control, the windshield wiper de-icer, the 360 view and panoramic sweep perimeter scan view on the camera. The heated steering wheel button is here. The switch to control the rear power outlet is here. It's in the cargo area. And then the power liftgate button here. On the driver's side stock, we have the headlight controls as typical for Toyota. At the bottom, you can turn your daytime running lights off, auto lights, or you can manually turn on just kind of the parking and then the full headlights. The turn signals do the tap for 3 seconds, or tap for 3 blinks. On the left side of the steering wheel, we have the 5-way controller for the menu system up there in the digital display. That's kind of that middle section. So kind of left to right to navigate you along the menus at the bottom. And then on some of them, you can kind of scroll up and down. Using that, you can make selections or reset using the OK, and then there's a back button there. There's a phone controller, the voice recognition system controller there, and then the audio system volume is here, and then other audio system controls for either presets or channels, and then the mode of the audio is on the right hand side. Above that, we have the adaptive cruise control and lane keep assist systems, so you can toggle those on and off. So the lane keep there, on and off. And then there are settings that you can control here in terms of, you know, how active do you want that system? Do you want the steering system to guide you back in? Do you only want it to be a warning? You can turn on your pre-collision alert, your blind spot monitor, your parking sensors. That's all controlled through the menu up there. And then this changes the distance that you would follow on your adaptive cruise control system. Turn your adaptive cruise control on or off, and then you would either set or reduce speed, increase speed, cancel, and you can turn that system off. There are paddle shifters, even though this is a plug-in hybrid. It can call up more regenerative braking if you need it. On the right stock, and in typical Toyota fashion, is the window wiper control. So there's an off setting, a missed one wipe setting. There's auto wipers in here, again part of the package there. And then you can change the sensitivity of that auto wipe function. And then the end controls the rear wiper. Sliding across, we have their 9-inch infotainment screen. It's a pretty big screen. You can have a wired connectivity for your phone. We don't have the phone set up right now. There are hard buttons on each side. And then there are still nice knobs for the volume, the power of the audio system, as well as a tune scroll knob. That's nice to have. Hazard button below that. And then we have the climate control buttons. They're all still nice hard controls. Again, nice grippy knobs for the temperature for the driver and front passenger. These can be separated. If they get out of sync, you just hit sync. It is an automatic system, so you can have that. We have the front and rear defog or defrosters there. And then there is an eco setting, as you typically do see in hybrids. Fan speed, small icon, lower speed, higher speed. Change the mode, where you want the air to be directed, whether you want the air to recirculate or not. And this would restrict air to the second row or not. Below that, we have vented and heated seats here in the RAV4 Prime with the optional premium package. So you can have heated 3 stages or vented in 3 stages. Below here we have the charge port, or the charging pad I should say, for wireless charging, but to hook up your phone you will need to use this USB port right down there. It is a standard USB port. There's a 12-volt power outlet as well. And then behind here we have the drive mode controllers, as well as the electronic parking brake and possible control for the auto brake hold system. So behind that we have modes for the hybrid. There's an auto EV mode that obviously can combine for the greatest acceleration, is going to be in that auto mode. If you were to flip between hybrid or EV mode, it would choose one of them. EV mode, even if you floor it, will not engage the hybrid engine if there's enough battery power. And if you hold it, it has a charge function where you could actually charge up that giant hybrid battery with the gas engine. It's not the most fuel efficient. We really would recommend using a plug when you need to, but it is a possibly good option for those most likely in Europe, where you need to be driving within the city limits on electricity if you haven't, had the time to charge or plug in time. But we do like having the ability to have either the hybrid or the EV mode selectable for highway driving, where hybrid's more efficient than the electric power, and then you could save that EV range for your around town driving. And then there's kind of the more normal drive modes that you might see. The Sport, which changes the gauge cluster to red as is typical, and then push for back to normal. And if I go to Eco, a little bit of green light there. Again, back to normal. And then there is a trail mode as well here in the RAV4 Prime. On the passenger side, we have a glove box. There is no lock for the glove box, unfortunately. So not a lot of areas for secured storage, I should say. Fairly decent sized glove box, but this is all your manuals. If that takes up, pretty much 2/3 of the space that you have available in your glove box. The door bins do have some space for a bottle and some other storage behind there. And we do have cup holders here in the middle. They have nice tensioners to keep cups and bottles snug. Has the same pattern that you'll see throughout the cabin, but the storage areas have a nice rubber insert and just kind of plastic there that might be harder to clean for the cup holder. Then we do have a center console armrest bin with 2 more USB ports there for charging. Up above, we have the digital mirror. Buttons for your programmable garage door opener. And then we have the controls for interior lighting, door mode, on or off, kick each side light on manually, or turn on all the lights in the cabin with that button. We have the sunroof control button, push up for tilt up or close, and then this is the shade itself. And we do still have a sunglass holder. Sun visors have a pull-out extension, so not a full extension, but nice little pull-out, but sunlight can still usually come through there. And then the visors are illuminated on the driver and passenger side, so that's nice. Grab handles as well. We do have power front seats, so let's show you that. The driver's seat has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8-way power, and then a 2-way lumbar support, out or in. Passenger side is only a 4-way adjustment. No height control on the passenger side, unfortunately. The rear seats have a slight bit of recline, if you can see there. So this is fully upright, and then this is fully reclined. So not much of a change in terms of reclinability. And these seats do not slide forward and back. Part of the hybrid battery pack is under the seat there. You can kind of see the ventilation that they need. Rear seats do have 2 additional USB ports for charging and air vents. The upgraded seats here do have heated rear seats for the outboard positions. Power lift gate is there. We have the portable charger, and we have the stowable cargo cover. Here is the aforementioned power plug here, 120 volt, 1500 watts here. And then we have another 12 volt power unit here in the back as well.